Yeah.
And welcome to Delgado's Tech Collab podcast. I am your host, Blair Dottin Haley, and I am excited to be back in this series and joined by an extraordinary woman who is doing extraordinary things in our community. I want to welcome to the Tech Collab podcast, Rashain Williams of Boys Town, Louisiana. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Blair. You're too kind. Thank you.
I
Thanks for
know.
having me
So
too.
glad to have you. You are doing such amazing, impactful work in the New Orleans community with Boys Town, Louisiana. Tell us a little bit about Boys Town and the work that you're doing in New Orleans.
Yeah, so we have been in New Orleans since 1989, over 30 plus years, working primarily with youth. We're best known for residential programming. We house kids who, through no fault of their own, can't stay home with their parents or guardians. So we are like kind of like a home away from home or home of last resort for a lot of children. So we provide services for them. Youth that are in the Department of Children and Family Services, which is like the foster care system, or Office of Juvenile Justice. And we are in homes throughout the city. We have 3 homes within this city and 1 emergency shelter on the West Bank. But moving a little bit forward into what we're doing now, we're not only providing residential services, we do a lot of community-based work. So our goal is to keep kids at home with their parents. So we do a lot of work with families, with kids who are starting to get into a little trouble, but we want to get in there and help them, build upon their strengths, identify their strengths, and help them, access resources within their own natural supports to stay functioning. So most of our work is done in the community. We also have early Head Start. So those are babies ages 0 to 3. So we're able to provide free childcare services to parents and guardians that really need it. And then we also provide wraparound services to those families as well.
Such important work in the community. Tell me, how did you get started in this work?
I have always had within myself a passion to work for others. I mean, when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be a pediatrician until I realized that, that science part is not me. I could do it, but I don't want to.
That's a really big part, right?
But the operative word, now pediatrician, I even think back at my 7-year-old self wanting to be a physician, but working with babies. It was kids, right? It was working with children. I understood even at a young age, when I was a teenager, when I was in college, that, children come here innocent. They come here full of potential, and it's the environment. There are some things within the community, within our society, that make it a little rougher for some children than others. And so that's what kind of guided me through college, through grad school, to finally landing at Boys Town, where I've been for almost 19 years.
Wow. Almost 2 decades of doing this work specifically for Boys Town. What is one thing that you have accomplished that you're most proud of in this work?
What have I accomplished? I feel like I'm always a work in progress. So accomplished seems so final, and I don't think I'm there yet. But one thing that I'm very, very proud of is that second half of Boys Town's life, right? For the first half of the first 15 or so years was the residential piece, but being instrumental as a leader, bringing on those community-based services. So us working with families, bringing on early Head Start, and then 2022 to be and beyond workforce development. So really understanding what's at the root of a lot of the issues when it comes to young people being able to succeed and to provide those solutions.
New Orleans is undergoing a lot of changes. The city is undergoing a lot of changes. What are, in your opinion, some of the opportunities in social, cultural, educational, economic development that will help the city grow and thrive and the young people succeed?
Yes. So since I've been doing this work for such a long time and knowing the needs, and again, our kids, there's nothing about our kids or our families that are failures. It's the system that's the failure, and the huge gap, particularly in our community in New Orleans, as relates to education. I think that, education in a traditional sense gets a bad rap. I know phenomenal teachers, I know phenomenal professors and school administrators, but we aren't setting our kids up for success to meet the needs of our industries, right? Right now is a perfect time. There's a whole highlight on nobody can hire. We can't hire people. Where are the people? But do we have the infrastructure in place to give our young people the skill set? Are we, we have high schools, they graduate, but and most kids aren't college bound. A lot of kids aren't college bound. That's okay. You can make a wonderful, fabulous living without a college degree. But are we providing them with the tools that they need to link them to the next step, which is the workforce, right? And so that's why I'm very passionate about what I'm going to hopefully be able to do with customizing our approach to young people, helping them find their passions. Like I was at the age of 7, I actually had an idea of what I wanted to do. And every kid has that. So how can we build upon what they're passionate about, what they're good at, help them identify their strengths, and then give them the skill sets and the training that they need to be successful. When I look at you, Blair, and what you do every day, non-traditional careers, that's where it's at right now. And I think that, we have the population that's talented, willing, ready to learn, but we just have to give them the tools.
That's right. No, you just preached a whole sermon. We are going to be partnering with Boys Town.
Yes.
The Delgado IT Workforce Development Department, in partnership with Apple, to work with Boys Town to help bring technology and access to technological resources to Boys Town, to the Boys Town community. Talk to me about, or tell me how important technology and access to technology is to young people.
It's extremely important. That's another thing that came out in the last couple of years with COVID and a pandemic, right? A huge segment of our population, didn't have access to the tools that they needed to make that modification, to go from working from home or school from home. And we had to step into the gap. And so going forward, definitely within this 21st century and beyond, and then a lot of the careers that are out there are requiring for kids to be very savvy when it comes to technology. A lot of them already are, but, given that, our society is moving and a lot of our mindset towards work is changing, right? I'm in my office right now, but most people, are moving away from that. And so a lot of IT careers, a lot of tech careers, the high paying careers is also going to be key in moving a whole generation of folks out of poverty as well. If we are able to connect them early and help them move towards that if that's their passion.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Before I let you go, please tell us and tell everybody how we can support the work that you are doing at Boys Town.
We are looking for support in various ways. Of course, we're a nonprofit, so all money is good money as it relates to us. So if you want to donate, you can go to boystown.org/Louisiana. We're also looking for volunteers and community partners. Again, our newest initiative is workforce development, and what I would love to do is have as many partners as possible. We want to provide pathways for our kids. Delgado is an excellent partnership that we were able to gain early, but we're looking at internships, apprenticeships, entrepreneurs, people who are willing to come and speak to our young people and mentor them. We're definitely building upon those resources that we have in the community. We want to attract and bring as many people as possible to give our kids options, give them role models and people that they can see and live up to and understand that that their dreams can become reality.
Oh, thank you so much for your time today and for the work that you are doing in the community to help change the trajectory of young people's lives. We are all grateful and we are all better for the work that you are doing and all of the folks that you are doing, working with over at Boys Town. Thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, listen up. We will be back again for another episode of Delgado's Tech Collab podcast. Remember to, if you want to learn about Delgado's workforce IT certification courses, please register at dcc.edu or email techpathwayswd@dcc.edu for more information. There are lots and lots of certification courses that are available for folks to enhance their learning and hopefully enhance their living. This is Blair, Dottin, Haley. Thank you for joining me. Thank you again, Rashain. Have a good day, everybody. We will be back soon. Peace.